Episode 39, The Spiral Path. How do I know when it's time to leave? Welcome, dear listener, to The Invisible Power. I am the Zen Master, and today we walk a path that doesn't go straight. It curves. It returns. It deepens. This episode is about the spiral path, the way we revisit old lessons, not because we failed, but because we're ready to learn them differently. And within that spiral, a question often arises. How do I know when it's time to leave? Leave a role. Leave a rhythm. Leave a version of yourself that no longer fits. Yoga and the spiral of self. In yoga, the body itself is a spiral. The spine curves. The breath loops. The practice returns. We come to the mat again and again, not to master poses, but to meet ourselves. Each downward dog is different. Each meditation reveals a new layer. The Yoga Sutras remind us. Practice becomes firmly grounded when well attended to for a long time, without break, and in all earnestness. But what happens when the practice no longer nourishes? When the spiral feels stagnant? When the return feels more like repetition than revelation? That's when the question arises. Is it time to leave? Qigong and the spiral of energy. In Qigong, energy moves in spirals. The arms circle. The breath coils. The qi flows like a dragon winding through mist. We don't force progress. We follow the current. We return to the same movement, not to repeat, but to reawaken. But sometimes, the spiral tightens. The flow constricts. The body whispers, this is no longer the path. And in that moment, leaving is not escape. It's evolution. The spiral in leadership and the courage to exit. If you're a manager, you've felt it. The meeting that no longer matters. The strategy that no longer serves. The role that no longer reflects who you've become. And if you're not yet a manager, you've felt it too. The project that drains. The culture that constricts. The version of yourself that's ready to shed. So how do you know when it's time to leave? Here are 3 signals from the spiral. 1. The lesson repeats, but no longer teaches. You've circled the same issue, but there's no new insight. Just exhaustion. 2. The body resists, even when the mind insists. You feel tight, tired, or numb, despite your best logic. 3. The future feels heavy, not open. When you imagine staying, it feels like shrinking. When you imagine leaving, it feels like breathing. Leaving is not failure. It's fidelity to your growth, your rhythm, your truth. Laozi and the wisdom of returning and releasing. Laozi reminds us. Returning is the motion of the Tao. And sometimes, returning means returning to yourself by leaving what no longer aligns. He also says, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. This is the spiral path. Not a straight exit, but a graceful release. A turning inward. A stepping forward. A practice for the week. Here's something to try. Choose one area of your life, work, relationship, identity, and ask, am I still learning here? Am I still growing here? Am I still breathing here? If the answer is no, don't rush. Just listen. Just spiral. Just soften. Then ask, what would leaving look like not as escape, but as evolution? And let that question guide you not to a decision, but to a deeper knowing. Closing reflections plus teaser for episode 40. The spiral path is not a detour. It's the design. And sometimes, the most powerful move is not forward, but away. Thank you for joining me in this quiet exploration. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who's asking the question. Is it time to leave? And next time, in episode 40, we'll explore the leadership of rhythm. We'll ask, how do we lead with timing, not tension? How do we sense the pulse of a team, a moment, a movement? And how can rhythm become our signature of influence? Until then, keep walking gently. Keep pushing wisely. And remember, leaving is not the end. It's the next turn in the spiral. This was The Invisible Power, episode 39. Be well.